Hello, happy Friday, everyone. It's Friday, October 18th, 2024, and I am back for a Friday Live. I hope everybody has had a wonderful couple of weeks. It's good to see you here in the chat. Hello. So good. Hi, Amy and Jolene and Brenda, Heidi, Laura, Christy. Hi, Coy. Nikki says her Pretty Pink Posh order gets here today. That is super exciting. Christy says it feels like autumn in Colorado. It feels like autumn finally here as well. Thank goodness. But it's windy. And I know there was a huge change in the barometric pressure because I did not feel well yesterday. I had a horrible headache all day long. Crazy. Christy, you're asking about the Lazy Susan for the Olos. It is the Bright Room one that is $15. And if that helps at all, let's see. Thanks, Tabitha. Tabitha answered it. I just need to scroll down a little bit more. Let's see. Oh, awesome. Tabitha said her dyes arrived about 30 minutes ago. Oh, that's exciting. It's chilling in southern Arizona for a few days. That's nice, isn't it? Hello, everybody. Oh, that's so funny, Corolla. That's hilarious. Hello, Susie. Hi, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Okay, everybody's here. Hi, Shari. Yes, Susie, Owen and Frank actually are being horrible today. They're acting really out of sorts. I don't know what it is, but they are on my last nerve. So hopefully they are just taking a nap now. That would be great. Oh, that's so funny. Hello. Jolene says it's her first time on a live. That's awesome. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So today we are going to be doing a live version of one of my handmade holiday videos. For the past 11 years, I have done the Handmade Holiday series, and it's probably one of my most popular things that I do here. It's all geared mostly towards tags, bags, gift card holders, all of that kind of good stuff with a handmade flair. I generally share more than one idea when I do Handmade Holiday. It isn't focused generally on very many cards per se, but today we're doing like the live bonus version. So we are going to be creating a card and a matching gift tag. So let's say, because I know a lot of times people are like, I have way too many tags, I don't need any more tags. I wanted to show how you can take the same idea for a card, make it a tag, or vice versa. And of course, I wanted to showcase some fun new Pretty Pink Posh products in the process. Oh, good. Donna says she got her Simon Says kit today. Marina, my friend, texted the other, I guess yesterday, and she said that it was like, I want to say 67 maybe at that point where she lives in Florida. And she said she was cold, and I just thought that was so funny. But I get it, yes. Heidi says the barometric dog effect. That could be it. Jennifer says finally fall in Arizona. So nice. It's a full moon. Dogs be cray. Tabitha, maybe that is it. I don't know. But literally they can't settle. And they keep acting like that. Here's what they're acting like. They're acting like I'm going out of town. Like I brought the suitcases out and they're like going to punish me. That's not happened. So I don't know. I have no idea what their deal is. Oh, so funny. Okay, so that being said, with all the handmade holiday stuff, we are going to be using one of my favorite products as a base. And it actually isn't a Pretty Pink Posh product, but you could use anything. If you have a domed arch type of die, you can make your own cloche. So my goal here, I guess this is called snow globe, but cloche snow globe. I love that look, as you guys probably know. And so we are going to be using the cupcake, the new holiday cupcake from Pretty Pink Posh, and we're going to put it in a domed cloche and decorate it up. So that was kind of my plan for the day. Yes, oh, Heidi, I agree. Tags for all of the things, but I just thought it would be fun today. I was just going to do tags, but then I thought we can do a fun shaped tag or card and tag and just really show the versatility. So that was what I'm doing today. Now, again, this is a bonus. So there's already been 2 videos. Both of those were really focused on tags. There still will be tags coming. It is not like an everyday thing. I've been trying to start that series earlier so you have time if you want to copy those things and create. So it will keep going likely into November. The next thing, 2 more things I want to mention before we get started. One thing is that you can pre-order the Simon Says Stamp Gingermas Wonder Box. It's a 12 days countdown box that will be released soon. I am getting to create with it. I'm super excited. You guys are going to love it. I love it more than last year's. So stay tuned for the full reveal of all of that. If you want the surprise reveal, because we filmed videos for that, kind of like last year. So that is exciting and super fun, but you can pre-order it. I did put a link down in the description. It's below the supplies for today. I did try to list all of the products I'm using. If I missed a couple things, I will add them when we're done. I know that I was kind of on the fence on a couple of embellishments, so I did not put those in, and then I will add those when our live is over today. The other thing, I will not be live next Friday. If I can sneak in a live next week before I'm leaving to go out of town. But if I can, I will. I don't think so. So I will be live November 1st will be the next live for me. So I will be hit and miss. I do have some travel coming up, all just fun stuff, no work through the end of the year. So I'm excited and happy to get away a little bit, have a little decompression from Stamptember. I do have my newest release for Spellbinders will go live on November 10th. And so I have a lot of stuff to finish up and get ready for that. And we'll talk more about that probably November 1st. We'll start talking about it as we have a countdown to that release. Yes, Koi said they can totally be used. Tags could be ornaments instead. I always consider my tags as ornaments. In fact, I know it's not even Halloween, but I did get my crafty tree out of the basement. And here's the sad thing. I put it away decorated. I brought it back out. I undecorated it, but I did put batteries into my little lights on it. And it was fun looking at all of the things and redecorating it with some of the tags that I have previously made or been gifted, which was super fun. And yes, so a lot of those tags can be used, or a lot of those ornaments are also could be tags, but I use them as ornaments. And I also, some of them that I made, I've talked about this before. Sometimes when I make something I love, I keep it for a while until I feel like I can let it go. And so some of the ones I made, I took off to use either on gifts this year or to pass along to others. So fun. Okay, so we are going to flip the camera around. We're going to talk about what we're going to make today. I did partially put together one of them, so I am going to put that here on the screen. This is the Honeybee Stamps Snow Globe. I'm going to show you the dies. They're somewhere around here. I have a whole stack. As always, I love to pull from many different supplies when I'm creating. So this is what we're going to use for the card and the tag. It is good size. So it's called A2. So it is going to be a big gift tag. This one is the gift tag version, but the card will be put together exactly the same. So you can kind of see where we're going. It's not all the way finished. We're going to finish it today on camera live. The base of, or the majority of our dies today come from our Christmas or holiday mug from Pretty Pink Posh. This was in the October release that just released this past week. We're of course using the tree, the cupcake holder, the frosting, the beautiful bow, and then we're going to trim our tree. I didn't use some of the smaller things today. I could. We'll see if I use them. I did use the star to top my Cupcake. So it just really depends. I'm only using one thing from it. This is the Holiday Mug Editions. So this is the Cupcake. This was the mug. I think it was last year. I might be wrong about that. But there's a peppermint in it, and I wanted to use that peppermint. You can see it tucked down here. I just thought that was cute next to the Cupcake. So I did pull from that. Then we're also going to use the candy cane from the winter mug. This was the original that I think kind of kicked it all off. And there's tons of add-ons. Obviously, the holiday mug will work with this. We're not using the mug today, but this candy cane was wonderful. I just looked for a set that had a candy cane in it. There are lots of different companies that have candy canes. Definitely feel free to mix and match. The other set that I have here pulled is the winter foliage, and I love this one as well. I tend to gravitate and go back to this one over and over. Wonderful size, little sprigs, leaves, pine cone, berries, flowers, all of the things. This is a really, really good one as well. So this, I used a lot of components. We're going to use these like little pine, or I think it's pine, I don't know, greenery. We're going to use these green leaves, the pine cone. I am going to use the smallest little flower, and then the little branch with berries. We're using all of those for our card and our tag. Then finally, for our greetings, I did pull the new set Winter Greetings from the October 2024 release. I'm going to use Merry and Bright. I believe we're going to stamp this on vellum is kind of my plan. I haven't done it yet, so we'll see. And then die cut it. There are coordinating dies for those greetings, which is awesome. And then down along the bottom edge of our snow globe cloche, we are going to use a couple of previously released products. The Holiday Sentiments. I love all of the sentiment stamp sets from Pretty Pink Posh. They have tons of good ones. And then I'm going to use the sentiment strip dies. So that's kind of an overview. Oh, I forgot one product. This is the Snowflake stencil from this release. So you may notice in the background of our snow globe that it's got a beautiful ink blend and some snowflakes. Yes. That comes from this wonderful new snowflake stencil. It's called Cascading Snowflakes. So they gradually get smaller, which is super cute. Or you can do it the other way and go small to large, whatever you want to do there. But I'm going to do it large to small. All right. I'm going to move most of this out of the way for now. Tabitha says that she has all of these dies already. That is hilarious. That is awesome. Oh, Nikki, I'm so glad you're excited. We may show a sneak peek at the end, maybe. Okay, I'm going to get a quick drink. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for the tag, this is going to be our tag. And yes, that's got like a huge smudge from inking on the back, all of that good stuff. Definitely not what you would want for a finished tag. So what I always do is I cut a solid piece. I cut a piece for my backer, my frame. If you wanted to, you could make it a shaker if you popped up the front. But that extra piece is going to serve as the back of our tag, which you can then stamp like with to and from or whatever you like before assembling. So that's just going to clean it up. We're going to add that later though, because we do have a little inking left, and I want that to be the final step that creates that really clean, beautiful background. So let's make our card, and it is going to be a shaped card today. So I have a card base, and let's grab a bone folder. We are going to take this A2 card base, and I did smudge it. I must have had ink on my finger or something earlier, but that's okay because we're going to cover it up. And we're going to take this solid part of our die, and this is going to be for any die that you're going to use like this. We're going to cover the front of our card anyway, so I don't worry too much about that smudge. But to make it a shaped card, we want it to hang off the top a little bit. And you could be using any kind of shaped die here and turn it into a shaped card. So it's barely hanging off of that crease in my card, that scored part. And we're going to just tape it down. I'm actually going to tape it in a couple places so it doesn't shift. And it will be slightly smaller than A2, but not by much. I also have a regular piece of printer paper here, and that is on purpose. I am going to place this in here because I think it's going to help keep the back. Actually, I probably don't need the whole thing. Well, we'll try with this first. I'm thinking out loud to myself. When you're running it through your die cut machine, so this will be the back of the card. And I'm going to show you, oh, I forgot that I have all my little pieces for my candy cane on here. Let me pull those off. This was so that I didn't lose them and so that I could easily put those together. I die cut this right before I went live. Sometimes the magic of video is not really magic. Okay, so the reason I want to put this in a piece of paper is to protect the back. See how beat up and icky my cutting plate for my die cut machine is? I don't want it to leave all those little score marks and things on the back of my card. So we're going to use this extra sheet of just regular plain thin printer paper as a protectant for our card base. And we're going to just simply place that in, and we're going to die cut. Jolene, I'm glad you have most of those dies. My goal is always not necessarily to enable anybody to buy anything new, but to maybe just encourage you to use things that you have. Okay, so I'm going to show on the back of here, I don't know if you can tell, but it's super rough. And hopefully the back of our paper is protected enough now. Did it cut all the way through? Pretty much. Awesome. So now I'm just going to peel this off. And this is beat up and looks terrible, but my card is still nice and smooth. So that was my goal with this. Obviously, if you're giving this to someone, I generally like the back to be nice. So this one is nice and smooth. And there's our little shaped card. Easy peasy. Deb says she does too. Haha, I love it. Okay, so now that we have that, let's build the background of our cloche. So from another piece of cardstock, I die cut the shape again. What we're going to do is we're going to ink it and adhere it to our card base. And you can see that it's only overlapping just a little bit, but this gives you that beautiful clean arch on the front of your card. Excuse me, on the front of your card. So when you're standing it up, obviously it will be attached. It has that full rounded shape that you lose by die cutting. So there is that. So we're going to set our card base aside for now, and we're going to take out my favorite holiday color of the last couple years, iced spruce. Hello, Nima. Thank you, Laura. I'm glad it was a good tip. Oh, Sandy liked that too. Good. Laura said she had a really beaten up card base earlier. Yes. So I actually took a extra blending tool that I had in my stash that I'm using just for iced spruce because I noticed that I was getting some cross-contamination in my green brush from other colors I use. And I like my iced spruce to be super iced spruce. So this is my iced spruce only blending brush now. We are going to take regular Distress ink. You could also use Distress Oxide. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to concentrate my darkest down at the bottom. Also, that doesn't matter either. You can do whatever you want. Make it your own. Oh, Christy says she's been enabled. She ordered the Gingermas. I mean, with that name, you know what's in it, right? Oh, it's going to be fun. So we are going to just kind of start building this color all over the background. I am working, I bet I forgot to put the link in the description. I thought about it and then my dogs had to go outside. I'm working on my Glassboard Studio mat today. I've had some questions on the size that I'm using. Mine is the 16 by 22, so it's a big glass mat. I love it because the cleanup is so easy. What I don't love, and it's only for video that I don't love, is obviously you get the glare but of my lights, of my studio lights, but we're just going to roll with it because I like working on it best. Hello, Elizabeth. Hi, Jennifer. Watching and stitching. Well, that's okay. I am glad you're here. Oh, Karine, I'm glad you could catch too. So as I'm coming up to the top, I am just using a little bit less ink and a little bit lighter hand so that it's lighter. But I still want it to have some color because we're going to stencil that white pigment ink over the top. All right. Oh, good. Deb just ordered the 22 by 36. I am so glad. If you use my link, and I will make sure that that link is added, if it's not already down there, you do get, I believe, 15% off. So if you use the link that I have to share. Sandy wants to know what you're stitching, Jennifer. Let us know. Okay, this is that Cascading Snowflake stencil. I did not clean it from the prototype. Here's the prototype that I did earlier. We're going to use a picket fence pouncer and some white pigment ink. Donna is organizing. Donna, I've been on a huge organizing kick this week. I actually have reorganized a ton. I've got so much to share in that regard. I'm trying to get my studio ready for when I get home to finally, I know I have promised so long, so now I have to do it, to get my studio videos recorded of my crafting space. It's always a mess. It's always a mess, and that's why I never want to record. So I just have to. So all week I've been working on it like 2 hours a day. It's ridiculous. So I pounced on that white pigment ink. I love the pouncers because with a delicate stencil like this, it goes on beautifully. And look at our snowflakes. Aren't those pretty? Now, if you wanted more texture, you could always use something like grit paste or any of your favorite type paste products. Oh, Deb, you didn't know I had a link. Oh, shoot. Aw, dang it. Yes, I do have a link. Creativity chaos, Susie said. Oh, it's more, okay, yes, but I'm going to tell you something. I know, and it's not just in my craft room. Things were so busy for September, I kind of let some things slide, and let's just say I can't live like that. The stress level that I was having was not good. So I've been cleaning, not just my craft room, but everything. Okay, so now that we have our background, actually what we're going to do, yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to take our frame, got a little glob of glue there. Okay, and we're going to glue it down in place. And again, this would be, if you wanted to make a shaker, I would probably, you can piece your foam around this. Those thin foam adhesive strips would work, but die cutting multiple layers for this would also be probably the easiest. And you can make really cute shakers or just a more dimensional frame. So we're going to glue that down. I'm actually going to hold off on this one, gluing this down, and you'll see why here in a minute. And we're going to start assembling our pieces. So I will put my prototype, my tag over here. And we are going to start with my base. And I'm going to pop up the components here for a lot of my card. But I'm going to put these in a little bit further. Normally I'd put them out to the ends, but I'm going to be tucking some stuff underneath. So I think this will make it easier. Hi, Donna. And this is going to go right down here at the bottom. I'm just going to center it. Look at the detail on that cupcake. Here's a little tip too. If you have a lot of these different cupcakes from the different seasons and themes from Pretty Pink Posh, mix and match. If you like a different design or you just want to have a variety, let's say you're making a card, maybe even a 5x7 card, and you want to do a trio of cupcakes, you could get different wrappers from your different die sets, and each like little tree could have a different design on it. I think that would be very fun. Okay, we're going to do our first little layer of frosting. This is like a really frosting cupcake, apparently. It's the good kind. Fun fact, I really like frosting. I'm not eating it any longer, but I love it. At least not very often. I've die cut this from some white glitter cardstock for that shimmery, there we go, that shimmery shine. There we go. And then before we put our Christmas tree, oh, and I do remember now, I have to die cut. I misjudged how much of something I need. So let me do that really quick. I actually need more of, let me get it, I'll show you what I'm going to do. I need more of the trim for our tree. So from my red glitter cardstock, I'm going to die cut, maybe, I might be able to get away with just one more. Let's see. I do try to have these pieces die cut before I go live, but sometimes they either try to escape me or I misjudge how many I'm going to need when I actually start assembling. Hi, Heather. It does feel like it's been a while since I've seen you here. Oh, Jennifer, buttercream frosting. Yum, yum. I love frosting. It's really a problem. All right, so there's lots of options for this tree. And here, let's show this set again. So obviously we have like our little garland. We have like ornaments. You can use pearls. I did pull some embellishment mixes out because Pretty Pink Posh has so many great ones. The snowflake is cute. And I should mention this as well. This cupcake is darling like this. You could like just put a little snowflake on top. You could have much flatter type of cupcakes and do some really cute things with that. So the customization is fantastic here. And I'm going to just kind of follow the stitching lines on my tree and we're going to decorate it. And I'm just going to snip so that it matches up exactly. And we're going to do this for all the layers. This might be why I thought I needed to die cut 2 more. You could do them in different colors too. Like you could do the middle one in white or something. That would be cute. Oh, it could be, definitely. Let's see, did I keep, yes, I did keep that other little piece. But I don't know if it's going to fit here very good. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. I'm not die cutting another one. It's just barely short. I think we can hide or disguise it with some embellishing. If it's even that bad, I don't think it will be. All right. So now that we have that on, it's easier to do that step before you assemble. Ask me how I know. We're going to pop our tree up as well. Oh, I almost forgot. Something I discovered when I made my prototype. Things I'm glad I looked at. Okay, the candy cane is from the original winter mug set, and I've die cut the candy cane. I don't know that it's easy to see here. I might hold it up and see if we can tell. It's from, let's knock that off. So this is a glitter cardstock. I think it's either Simon Says Stamp or Lawn Fawn. This is a brushed white cardstock. So it's not the white, like the smooth white of the hammer mill that I'm using here. It's kind of got that very subtle shimmer to it. I don't think you can see it that great on camera, but in real life, it looks so pretty and I love it. I actually made one first with just plain white cardstock and the red stripes, and the shimmer is gorgeous. So this is Spellbinder's brushed white, and I think it's fantastic to have for holidays and things like that. So we are going to just put a little glue on the base, and then we have the wonderful layering pieces that we're just going to pop in place. And I am not going to put them all on because I did discover that we're not going to end up seeing all of that anyway. So I'll just put a few on, and the rest we're just not going to worry about because they're going to be, they would be hidden. So let's make sure those are where they're supposed to go before that glue sets. This talk of frosting is funny. Okay, I don't want my candy cane sticking out too far above the cloche. I mean, I want to imagine that this is a glass cloche, and I know some of the greenery's sticking out, but I didn't mind that as much as I minded the fact that I didn't want my candy cane sticking all the way out here, if that makes sense. So we're going to put a little glue on the bottom part of our candy cane. And we're going to just have him barely peeking out here before we put our foam down. Oh, that looks good. Okay. So when you're happy with it, we'll go ahead and put some foam on this. Inks for Fun says, a good mom will let you lick the beaters, but a great mom will turn the mixer off first. Oh, that's hilarious. I was like, oh, my mom always let us lick the beaters, but yeah. Oh, yes. That was always fun. My kids always liked doing that too. Actually, the two older ones. Ethan is not a sweets eater, which is so funny to me. He will eat it, but it's not like he doesn't crave it like, well, my daughter is just like me. She's like sweets all of the way. That meme has been going around of Reese's peanut butter cups have 4 grams of protein or whatever. Have you seen it? It's so funny. She sent it to me the other day and we were laughing about it. Okay. I'm going to have to pull that glue off. It's too far. The foam is inhibiting where this is overlapping. I think this one is too. We're just going to pull those off. Put a little glue here. Oh, and let's put some foam back behind our candy cane. Duh. Yes, you know, inks for fun, that's funny. That was the rule at our house too, and my dad loved it. So I'm actually going to my mom and dad's next month for my birthday. So my mom can make me my favorite meal. That's not the reason that we're going, but She said she would, which is so funny. Which, whenever she makes it, it happens to be my dad's favorite too. And he sends me a message every single time, or calls to brag that my mom made it for him. Oh, anyway, I can't wait to go and see them. Hello, Jessica. Thank you, Inks for Fun. Okay, so now I tried to be pretty careful with the amount of adhesive because we're going to start tucking things in. And the reason I'm going to talk about right now that I'm not adding the base on this one, we're going to have to cover it up on this with some Post-it tape or something. I want to spatter these with some white snow all over, like a dusting of sugar or snow or whatever was kind of my imagining. And I do want it to be on everything, but I don't want it to be on the base of our cloche. And I'm not going to put the embellishments on or the greetings until I have done that dusting of snow. So that's kind of the process here. And it's why I only got to a certain point when doing the prototype, because I didn't want to do too much. We'll spatter them up at the same time. Oh, Deb, that's funny. My mom loves raw potatoes. I have to say that is not something that I ever really developed a taste for, but my mom loves them. Okay, and then the other thing I wanted to mention, the peppermint from the Holiday Mug Edition, it's a single die. Let's just look at it. So it's this die right here, and you can see that it's going to die cut both pieces with one pass. So I ran it through the white shimmer cardstock, that brushed white once, and the red glitter once. So I am just using the opposite of what I used here so that I could utilize all the pieces and I don't have any waste. So this time, for the prototype one, I used the white base with the red glitter. This time I'm using the red glitter base with the white brushed white. And while we're assembling little pieces, let's go ahead and do our berries on our little branch. Still loving my craft stacks from Spellbinders for holding all of the little parts and pieces. My favorite thing ever. I can die cut them all, put the lid on, and then when it's time for a live, all of my pieces are right in the box. Gotta love that. Okay. So we're going to put a little glue on this other little branch. Like so. And before that, Corolla, some of it is from the new release and some of it is from previous releases. I'm mixing and matching. So we're going to just tuck that little peppermint into the greenery around the base. And then before we add this other one, the pine cone has layers. And the pine cone is from the previously released winter foliage. And we're going to layer a darker cardstock on a lighter. You could do it whichever way. But I like that it has the layer so you kind of get that texture to it. Jessica, I love the peppermint too. What's funny is I almost didn't use it because I thought, well, that's the only thing I'm using from that set. But then I thought, no, because I think it's important to mention that you can go through any of your sets, not just Pretty Pink Posh. If there are things that you have in your collection that you can use, it's okay if you're only using a little bit of it because you're totally making it new that way. Okay. We're going to... Oh yeah, I remember now why I didn't attach that. It's because we need to put the ribbon wrap around our cupcake wrapper. Okay, so this is from the new set. Let's do that first. And then we'll put the rest of our greenery down. And there's a couple of different ways you can use this bow, which I also think is phenomenal. Deb, I love the Pretty Pink Posh stuff as well. And of course, I have a soft spot for all of the little die cuts. Give me all the little die cuts. I saw that comment too, somewhere in here. Hi, Joanne. Inks for Fun said Pretty Pink Posh is one of your favorite companies. Oh, I love to hear that. I will have to share that with Paulina. That is so nice to hear. Okay, so I layered my bow. I'm just putting the little foam back behind the center. And then we're going to pop that right there. So it looks like it has a little dimension. Okay, now we will finish our little greenery over on this side. It's a really great bow. Here, I'm going to show it really quick to show the die because it's all connected. I love that she's connecting a lot of the dies now too. So there's not a ton of little separate. So this wraps around, but then if you want it to hang off of something, it has the hanging pieces, which is so clever and so great. So it makes it really versatile. Oh yeah, Kathy says Pretty Pink Posh has been making some really cute die sets. Yes, they have. And I love that she keeps bringing out some add-ons. Add-ons for favorites because that just extends the life of them. All right, so there's our little pine cone. It's looking pretty good. Let's put our star topper on our tree. And then I have some little berries and some little flowers. And I think that's it for my little tiny pieces. So we're going to start with this little flower. This is from the winter foliage again. Whoops, I already did that one. Let's do the tree, whoops, that we haven't done yet, Nicole. The add-ons are wonderful, yes. Carrie says, I like the connected dies. Me too. In fact, some of these are older sets, so the dies aren't connected, and I was like, oh, man. I was like, I wonder if when she has them made now, if they're going to be, I'm sure they're still the same, but I was like, oh, I wish that they would all be kind of connected. See, and I'm just disguising the fact that that garland was a little short over there with my little flower. That's my evil laugh for that. All right, so we've got little berries, all the little things. Okay. There we go, all decorated. So let's grab our spatter box now, because I want this to sit and be able to dry for a minute while we work on sentiments. And this one I do want to cover up because I don't want white spatter all over. So I'm just going to take some Post-it tape. You could also just put some paper or something over it. And we are going to grab some of our white. I got a small paintbrush here. Oh, yes, that would be so fun. Where are the hearts? Oh, no hearts today. I don't know. I've kind of go in phases. I still love hearts. I just haven't been using them. We got enough, I think, today. I'm going to add a little water to this. I'm just using my the water in my Dispress sprayer. Hope I didn't water that down too much. Okay, I'm going to tap some of this off because I want it to be pretty small. There we go. And we are going to make this all spattery. I'm kind of tapping off that initial first spatter into my box so that the biggest droplets do not get on my project. I want it to be the smaller ones. Donna, I bet the hearts make a comeback. Knowing me, I tend to go in phases, so I'm sure they'll be making a comeback one of these days. And now I'm just concentrating on some of the areas, like especially I want my greenery to have the spatter on it, my pine cone. I mean, as much as you can control it. There's not a ton of control, but. Okay, I like it. So here is what it looks like now. Doesn't it just look Christmassy? Oh, I love it. Love, love, love. Okay, we're going to set these out of the way. And that Post-it tape protected the base of our snow globe for that second one. And that is all we need that for, so I'm going to move it. And let's work on stamping some sentiments. Also, my stomach is growling, so that's really loud and really great. Oh my word. Okay. We are going to start with the sentiment strip. I want it to be in red along the bottom, so we're just going to use this leftover red piece. And let me get all my things. Oh, thank you, Jolene. So we are going to stamp this a couple of times and then die cut it with one of the dies. And this is going to go along the base of our snow globe for each. So we're going to do this first. Prep it with a little powder tool. I see I did not get the right ink pad. Hold on. Thank you, Bethany. That's so nice. All right, so let's stamp it the first time. That actually looks really good. I'm going to trim that off. Will it fit? Yes. Let's just do this twice. And then we're going to emboss. Heidi, it might be my stomach. It's really loud. I meant to make my protein shake before I went live. And then my dogs had to go outside. And so my stomach is revolting. It's like, girl, you missed your food. You missed your eating window. You need to eat. Oh, it's fine. I chugged a water before I finished up my water thinking, oh, that'll tide me over. It's not. That was a lie. All right. All right. I do not have paleo books. Low carb will be on there, but I don't do paleo. I don't know anything about it really. And yes, I still use those for the most part. I have some favorites from there. Those books. Okay, so we are going to take the sentiment label now and we're going to die cut these. And then we're going to see what we want to do for the rest of our greeting. Deb says water works for 3 minutes and then the growling gets louder. That's where we're at, Deb. We are at the getting louder and louder. The magic of embossing never grows old. Pretty, I agree. Okay, I was going to use the other sentiment, but I am tempted to not use it now. I think it's going to, we'll talk about it. I like just this one. I think the other one I might use on the inside. Sometimes when you're designing or creating, you just have to go with where the card takes you. I think it might have even been in my Hero Arts interview. That's not the straightest. I guess it's not too bad. We talked about that and I said one tip or something, and one of them is take something away. You don't always have to add something. Sometimes you take it away. Okay, so I was going to show, let's just pull these in here. I wanted to add this Merry and Bright, and if I add it, I could add it with vellum here, but I kind of think it takes away from our tree, which I want to decorate. I have some stuff. What I think we're going to do for both is we are going to stamp the back of the tag and the inside of the card with the Merry and Bright. And I think we're going to use another greeting from here. In fact, that is for sure what we're going to do, because I think this is enough for the front. I want that cupcake to be the focal point, and I think if we add that sentiment on top, it's going to completely, it won't ruin it. That's not the word I'm looking for, but it will kind of diminish the inside of our snow globe. So let me grab some ink, a different ink. Since I'm no longer going to emboss this, we are going to take the back of our tag. Pretty likes Plan B. Me too. Roll with it is what I say. We are going to do the Merry and Bright. Oh, I think this is going to look good. And You Warm My Heart. I think that's cute. Just like so. And I've got my favorite Lawn Fawn lobster. Yep, Bambi, I think it'll take away too. In my mind, I thought it was going to be good, but I think this is one of those moments where we just switch our focus. Look how pretty that is, though. That's going to look good on the back. And then for the inside of our card, we're just going to open it. And it should be in the right place. And we're going to stamp that right there. And now our tag and our card will both have a fun little greeting either on the back or on the inside. Okay. So we're going to take our card and our tag now. Whoops. And we're going to add a little glue. Beautiful, Deb says. Deb, I'm so glad you're here. I'm just going to do both of these at the same time. I need to fill my glue again. That might need to be the next thing I do, Donna. Also, we're going to have an update on how much foam I've used this month, because it's only the 18th and I've used a lot. All right, there is our tag. So, ta-da! So cute. We'll put that on in a minute. And here is the front of our card. There we go. Oh, that's so cute. I'm glad that I switched that. Gotta love the foam, Donna says yes. Oh, that's so fun. Jessica, she says that she still remembers when Paulina's first line of dies came out, because Paulina kind of started with all the wonderful sequins and embellishments. And she said she still uses those first dies. They are so good. It's really fun to see how the company has evolved, isn't it? Okay, we're going to put our little base down here. Perfect. Okay, so now's a good time before I do all of my embellishing. Let's talk about my foam. So these are my October sheets. For my little squares and my strips, these are the sheets that I started on October 1st. So you can see I've used a lot. I'd love to tell you guys that this is all I've used, but this is my 4th sheet. I've used 3 and a little bit of a 4th. So I have used a ton of the big size. That are the ones I use probably the most. Yes, this will make an awesome ornament for sure. Okay, we're going to grab these thin foam adhesive strips. And we're going to pop up our little strip down here at the bottom. Jessica says, so Christmassy. That was my goal. What's that? There we go. We don't want foam sticking out and showing. I'm really loving the white spatter. I'm glad that that turned out the way I had hoped. Okay. So now we have a little embellishing to do. First thing we're going to do, let's grab a little tray or two. I pulled out a few different things. I feel like there's so much red already that I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use, this is the Holiday Cheer mix. I think it might have been from last year. I like some of those little snowflakes and the little red. And then I did pull out our metallic gold pearls. Although it looks like I don't have any small in this. Well, it doesn't have to be super small, just the medium size. We'll see what we have. Hold, please. What is the red paper from? The red cardstock is, Simon says, Stamp Schoolhouse. It is listed down in the supplies. The red glitter is Lawn Fawn. Okay, I need some new gold pearls, just to say. I don't know if I don't really think I want to use these big giant ones. No, I don't. And I don't think I have any. I only have 1, 2. Well, let's see how many we can piece together. Oh man, I don't want these big giant ones. Yeah, I don't have enough. Boo. Okay, we're not using these. And we're going to leave this right here so I remember to order some. We are going to do, we're probably going to use these red. Actually, maybe instead of cherry red, let me grab the ruby ones. I probably have silver ones, but we use gold on this card. Okay, we're going to use these shimmery red ones and then some little snowflakes. So we're going to, let's start with our little snowflakes first. We're just going to add some little sprinkles to our cupcakes. I go through all the small ones first too, and I don't know, I probably just forgot that I needed to get some. Darn it. That's okay. We just adjust. We can pivot. Oh, you know what I could do? I could get some like Spellbinders gems. Maybe I'll do that. We'll come back to that here in a minute. For the center of our red little flowers, that's what we're going to do. Okay, and we're going to do some little red sprinklies. And this one, I do have those nice little tiny ones, which is what I really wanted. Oh, even some of these medium ones would be okay. Just oops, that's upside down. That's not okay. Let's try again. Oh, blue and silver, Bambi, that would be beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, definitely consider doing it in whatever colors speak to you. It could be pretty in so many different color combos. All right, let's do some little red pearls here. Whoops, that's a big glob, Nicole. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay, that's going to get a bigger pearl. It'll dry clear. Well, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, it's really windy here again today, too. I'm kind of over it. I know that that's why it's cooler, but I can hear it while I'm quiet and just creating. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do another little snowflake on this one. Why not? All the fun little embellishments. Okay, that looks good. I'm very happy. Let's add one more to this one too. I am happy with that. For the flower centers though, they do need a little something. So let's put these away before I spill. Oh, thank you so much, Kathy. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Inks for Fun. They would make wonderful place card settings for Christmas dinner. I love that. Oh, thanks, Deb. Okay, I am gonna grab some gold Spellbinders since I don't have the small in the pearls. That's okay. Look, it's not like I have a shortage of embellishments, right? That's probably the case for all of us, and it's a good reminder to, if you have to shift and pivot, it's not the end of the world. So we're just going to take some of these little gold pearls, or gems, pardon me, not pearls, gems. And we're going to pop those in our flower centers, and I think that finishes off the flowers really pretty. And we're going to do that for this. Oops, dropped it. Guess Frank got tired of waiting for me. He came in here and crawled underneath my feet. Always. Odin is right behind me. And Frank is right underneath my feet. Oh my gosh, look how cute. Okay, so the final thing we're going to do, the card is finished. So fun, so cute. If you want it, I don't know if I really want to do this because I should have done it before I put the card base. You could tie, oh, we might. Why not? Let's do it. It's okay. I said I would, oh, can I get this in between? No, I probably glued it down. Hi, I'm talking to myself real briefly. If I start, I'm not doing that. It's not going to go. We're going to wrap it around here. This is some black and white baker's twine. I think this one is from Simon Says Stamp. It was in their latest release. I think a little twine around the base of our little cloche would be cute. So we're going to add that here. I might need to tighten that though. Love them. Thank you. They are sweet boys. They finally settled down. I don't know what their deal is today. They've just acted so restless, which is weird. Okay, that looks pretty even. Very cute. Okay. Tag time. We are going to take a crocodile and I am just going to punch a hole. Let me mark it or I will for sure not get it straight while we're here on camera. I think we want to do it right about there. I think the twine finishes it off too. Thank you, Inks for Fun. So we're going to pop a little hole. And we're going to use the black and white baker's twine. I had it out for the tag, but I think we're going to use it, or we did use it for both. We're going to cut a length, fold it in half, and we're going to feed the loop end through our little hole. And I purposely did as small as I could. I don't want it to be super big. And then we'll just leave these ends. And let's go ahead and knot that. And even that up. Okay, cute. Let's make a bow, shall we? Let's see if we like it. So I am going to use the 2.5-inch bow making tool. I did link it in the supplies. And this is some May Arts silk crinkle ribbon. You can get it at Simon Says Stamp. It's awesome. And we're going to make a double bow. So I hold it with my left hand like this, and we're going to do a figure 8. Down and around, up and over, and we're going to make a double bow, so we're going to do that again, down and around, up and over, and then we're going to come back in between the two. We're going to feed that tail through the center, and this little loop here, we're going to take our tail and pull that right through and pull tight. And before I pull it off, I'm going to kind of make sure my knot is in the middle. And then we're going to slide it off the tongues of our little, it looks like a fork. You can use a fork. Oh, yay! I'm so glad, Deb, that you got the bow tool. It's so good. So good. Okay, and then I'm going to pull my two ends together here, like so. I'm going to fold them in half. Let me try that again, because that did not seem very even. And we're going to do that little, at an angle for the fishtail ends. And we have a pretty little double bow. And then Nikki said made her first double bow the other day and made it on the first try. I love that. I am going to do a little glue right over my baker's twine. And reverse tweezers are the best thing here. We are going to glue that right there to the top of our tag. And I like to clamp it in the center with my tweezers to help hold that down in place. And there we go. So pretty, would make a fantastic ornament on a tree, or obviously tie it onto a package and then let the recipient use it as a ornament. It makes the best bows. It does come, there's another tool, it's in my drawer, but the smallest is 1.5, then 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5. And they are phenomenal. I love them. So here is a look at our finished cupcake in a cloche card with that wonderful shimmery, snowy powdered sugar or whatever, snow. And then the inside with our little stamped greeting. Smooth back because we used that tip I shared at the beginning of the video when we die cut that. And then we have our tag, which I'm going to leave the tweezers on because the glue is not dry yet, and the stamping on the back. There you go, everybody. Okay, did I miss anybody's questions today while I was busy creating? You do need that bow tool. I am filming making the bow in all of the sizes, so look for that to come soon-ish. I don't know that that'll go out yet. I'm going to try to get it out for next week, but we'll see. Thank you, guys. Let's see. I am going to scroll back and just see if I missed anything. Donna, I think you might be right. It might be the wind. That might be what they are not loving. Kareen, I'm going to do the bow tool in real time in the video. It won't be sped up so you can follow along. Once you've done it a couple times, it's so great. And the best thing, I think, even if you don't nail it, which most of the time you nail it on the first try, you can take it off and start again. So it is fantastic. Oh, Koi, thank you so much. Susie, do you know a company that has multiple sizes snow globe cloches in a die set? I do not. I wish I did, but I don't, Susie. You could, okay, that being said, so the shape of this set, really the only thing that makes it different than a domed arch set is this little knockout at the bottom, which you could cut just a strip. So you could use any domed arch die. Spellbinders has a great nesting domed arch set. Hero Arts, Simon Says Stamp. Those are just three. I have those three. That's why I know that off the top of my head. But I bet lots of companies have multiple sizes of the domed arch. So you could make your own and have it in a lot of different sizes, if that helps. In the Ginger Miss Wonder Box are the stamps 4x6 in size. Kathy, I really can't tell you anything about it. Sorry. It's a surprise, and you can pre-order it, but you can wait until it's released. I do know it sold out pretty quickly last time, but there should be a big quantity of it. So if you want to wait till the teaser videos come out, you can. Let's see. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys. Oh, Deb, that's so nice to do that for Pretty. Thank you. If you know, Pretty, I don't want to say for sure, but if you order the bow tools from Fat Quarter Shop, they do ship worldwide. I just make sure before you order it that they ship to Dubai. Okay. Kareen, I don't know the square footage of my craft room. Sorry. It's not very big. It's just a bedroom in the upstairs of my house. So it's not a big bedroom. I'll have to see if I can find that. I don't know it off the top of my head. Okay. Let me see. I think that's it for today, you guys. I am Remember, I'm not going to be here next week. I will be traveling, so I will be back November 1st. I will continue to share handmade holiday video inspiration. I'm super excited for that series as always. Plus, I have lots of other great holiday gift giving and decor ideas coming up. So stay tuned for that. I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.